Unlocking Boundless Faith, T.D. Jakes on Spiritual Growth. In a world often filled with chaos and uncertainty, how do we find the strength to persevere through life's challenges? How can we unlock the boundless faith within ourselves to navigate through the storms? Today, I want to dive into the profound wisdom shared by T.D. Jakes, a renowned pastor, author, and speaker who has dedicated his life to guiding people towards spiritual growth and empowerment. In his insightful talk titled Unlocking Boundless Faith, T.D. Jakes shares practical strategies and inspiring stories that can help us tap into our inner reserves of faith, leading to a more fulfilling and resilient existence. Let me tell you this. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where your faith seemed to wane, leaving you feeling lost and uncertain about your path? Maybe it was during a tough financial crisis, a health scare, or even a heartbreak. In those moments, we often wonder if our faith is truly enough to carry us through, or if we need to seek external validation. But T.D. Jakes argues that true faith isn't about external validation, but rather about internal transformation. He emphasizes the importance of cultivating a deep, personal relationship with God, one that goes beyond mere adherence to religious practices. This kind of faith empowers us to face life's adversities with courage and resilience. You might be wondering, how do I start this journey of cultivating boundless faith? Well, let's explore some practical steps that T.D. Jakes suggests. First and foremost, he believes in the power of daily reflection. This doesn't mean sitting down and reading scripture every day, although that is beneficial. It means taking time to reflect on your own experiences and emotions, understanding what God is trying to teach you through them. For instance, when faced with a difficult decision, T.D. Jakes encourages us to ask ourselves, what is God trying to show me here? What is He teaching me about myself and my relationships? By doing so, we begin to see our circumstances as opportunities for growth and transformation. Here's something you should know. T.D. Jakes often shares his own story of overcoming a severe health crisis, which left him questioning his faith. But instead of giving up, he turned to prayer and meditation, seeking guidance and understanding. Through this process, he discovered that his faith was stronger than he had ever imagined. He realized that true faith is not about having all the answers, but about trusting in God's plan, even when we don't understand it fully. This personal revelation transformed his perspective and inspired countless others to do the same. Now consider this scenario. You've been working tirelessly on a project at work, pouring your heart and soul into it, only to receive feedback that leaves you feeling discouraged and disheartened. Your faith may have wavered in the face of this setback. T.D. Jakes would encourage you to pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what is God trying to teach me through this experience? Perhaps it's about perseverance, the value of hard work, or the importance of letting go of perfectionism. By viewing your struggles through this lens, you can find new insights and purpose that can propel you forward. Moreover, T.D. Jakes stresses the significance of community and accountability in spiritual growth. He believes that no one can walk the spiritual journey alone. Finding a supportive community of believers who share your values and aspirations can be incredibly motivating and healing. Whether it's joining a church, attending a small group, or participating in a Bible study, these communities offer a safe space to grow spiritually and support each other through life's trials. When you feel connected to others who understand your journey, it becomes easier to lean into your faith and trust in God's promises. One of the most powerful lessons from T.D. Jakes' talk is the importance of forgiveness. We often hold grudges or harbor resentment towards others, which can poison our faith and hinder our spiritual growth. T.D. Jakes teaches that forgiveness is not just about letting go of anger or pain, but also about releasing ourselves from the chains of negativity and bitterness. This release allows us to open ourselves up to God's grace and love, enabling us to move forward with hope and optimism. A real-life example that resonates with many is the story of a woman who had been betrayed by her husband. She felt hurt, angry, and disillusioned, questioning whether she could ever find love again. After seeking God's guidance and practicing forgiveness, she began to heal and found herself opening her heart to new possibilities. Forgiveness wasn't easy, but it was transformative. She learned that forgiving others was not about condoning their actions, but about freeing herself from the burden of holding onto grudges. This act of forgiveness led to a profound sense of peace and joy, ultimately helping her find love and happiness in unexpected ways. As we delve deeper into the topic of spiritual growth, it's crucial to remember that faith is not a destination, but a journey. Just as you wouldn't expect to run a marathon overnight, you cannot suddenly become an expert in spirituality. True spiritual growth takes time, effort, and patience. T.D. Jakes reminds us that it's okay to make mistakes and stumble along the way. What matters most is our willingness to learn, adapt, and grow. By embracing this mindset, we can develop a resilient faith that will sustain us throughout our lives. So let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons T.D. Jakes has shared today. Have you ever experienced a time when your faith seemed to falter? Can you think of a situation where you could benefit from pausing, reflecting, and seeking God's guidance? Remember, true faith is not about having all the answers, but about trusting in God's plan and being willing to learn and grow. As you continue on this spiritual journey, may you find the strength and courage to face life's challenges with boundless faith. Here's something you should do now. Set aside some time today to practice daily reflection. Take a few minutes to think about your experiences and emotions, asking yourself what God might be trying to teach you. Also, consider reaching out to a supportive community or finding someone to pray with regularly. Together, we can build a foundation of resilience and strength that will empower us to navigate life's storms with grace and hope. Let's commit to nurturing our faith and cultivating a boundless spirit of trust and confidence.